Hello YouTube, this is NASCAR 48 WW2 Buff here with the INORL Lowe's Nationwide Series Race 12 here at Atlanta. Here for the Georgia 300. On the pole happens to be last week's winner, Henry Sanford. He's looking to make it 2 in a row, but will that come to be? Then on the outside pole is a newly come rookie, Austin Ogo, taking over that 19 Camry. Then in third will be Fritz Lukender in that unsponsored car, and then outside of him will be your points leader, Austin Talley. And I was looking at some of the season stats. Austin Talley, out of the 562 laps that these drivers have raced, he has finished 560 of them and has 0 DNFs, and he's the only driver to do that. Now, how about that? That's why he's your points leader. That right there alone. And sorry this race's been put off a little bit. I've been kind of busy with a lot of schoolwork and stuff like that, etc., etc., etc. And we're back finally. I guess some suspense may have got to you. And we're back and we're getting ready to race under the lights here at Atlanta for, once again, the Georgia 300. Who can get the win? Now, Austin Talley has to be careful of William Duncan, who's starting near the rear of the field. But let's get ready for a starting command here at Atlanta.
Drivers, start your engines.
So as these drivers start up our engines, let's still keep an eye on the season standings here, the points battle, because we are getting near halfway through the season. And Austin Talley has a 21-point lead over William Duncan once again, who's starting way in the back. He's going to have some progress to make throughout this race. Hopefully stays out of trouble. Now, we saw in the Dorsal Cup Series race that it was mostly green flag runs. Inside line was where you want to be, and you got to be careful when coming into the pits when green flag pit stops come. But they come out of turn 4. That pace car pulls in. Fans are on their feet screaming, and Henry Sanford takes us to the green here at Atlanta for the Georgia 300 is now underway. Henry Sanford gets a good start. He pulls right ahead of the cars behind him. Fritz Luca, they're working on getting second over Henry Sanford, though. Can he get it, though? I mean, second over Austin Lowe. Sorry, my bad. You got a 3 wide back there with one of the rookies, Jake Rogers, in the middle of it. Can he hold out? Knowing the rookie, that might be a little bit hard for him. Fritz Luca there clears Austin Ogo. Now he's going to work on catching Henry Sanford, who's trying to get a second win this season, as I said. And we have a 3 wide for 5th. Charles Jackson, Austin Talley, and Ben Paul. They got to be careful. Oh, Ben Paul gonna block Charles Jackson right there. And actually, the outside line is starting to work a little bit better now than the inside line. That is a lot different than it was in the Cup race. But here comes Fritz Luca there with Brody Talley right there behind him. 2 unsponsored cars running second and third against a sponsored car of Applebee's. Great restaurant. And Fritz Luca, they're getting ready. He's right on his tail. Is he going to try to make a move? Will he make a Rowdy Burns move and repeatedly hit him in the rear end? Or will he make a clean move? He's still looking under. Can he get there, though? Will he have help from Brody Talley? Brody Talley looking on the inside of Lukender. But Lukender has it outside. If he were on the bottom, that actually could have helped him get around Sanford. Speaking of, Ben Paul is catching up to this little 3-car pack. Same with Austin Talley. We have a battle for 6th right here between Charles Jackson and Austin Ogo. Austin Ogo starting to fall back. It's not what he wanted to have happen. And we do have a battle for 2nd now. Brody Talley going on the inside under Fritz Lukender. Is he going to get the position, or will the outside line hold up? Here comes Ben Paul also. Looks like the outside line might not hold up against 4th, but not against 3rd. Lukender's going to go right back to 3rd. Now Brody Talley's going to try to reel in Henry Sanford once again. Austin Talley working on Ben Paul from the outside. He was able to catch up, but he's not going to get there. Here's Jean Sanford coming up here. Jean Sanford, she got that win at Talladega. And she's working on getting another one. The Sanfords have been strong in the Lowe's Nationwide Series. A good family. They must be sharing notes or something. But whatever they have working for them is working. Very much working. Brody Talley fell on the outside here. He's going to get passed by a couple of cars here. Now that's not something you want to have happen, but it's still early on in this race. He can come back from that. Let's take you through about to the middle of the field here. Most of it's starting to spread out. See if we can find a 3 wide or a chance. Oh yes, here's a 3 wide between James Qualls, Derek Drayward, and Dylan Young. Gotta be careful throughout these corners. When your tires start getting old, that wall comes fast. And if you make it 4 wide, then dead. Just you ain't surviving that. Meaning surviving where you can still race. Oh, they're rubbing a little bit. Derek Drayward shoving Dylan Young a little bit into the marbles. That's going to slow him down a bit. And one man I noticed who's working his way up is William Duncan. Ever so slowly working his way up, but he still has a ways to go if he wants to catch Austin Talley. Sticking on board with William here to see all that traffic that's in front of him. He has to be real careful. See how fast these cars are really going. Like I said, those corners come fast. Take you back up to the front here. Let's see if there was a lead change. Yes, there was. Fritz Lukather was able to take first position away from Henry Sanford. Austin Talley's right there behind Henry Sanford. Is Austin Talley going to try to make a move? And yes, he is, but will it be enough? Remember that outside line does work here and there. But it looks like as the tires wear out, the outside line is not what it used to be. And it looks like he will get the position going into this turn, and yes, he will. He will clear Henry Sanford. Now he has to work on catching Lukather, and I think we may have some pit stops. Saw a lot of cars slowing down a lot right there, but no, there is not. Let's take you to the back of the field here, around 42nd. Sky Commons, a new rookie once again, one of the rookies. He's in the back. He has to work on getting up to the front. I believe this is his first race. I'm not sure. I've completely zoned out with the Nationwide Series by accident. Kind of focused on Cup. And I think I saw the caution flag out, but no, it is not. Yep, it is not. We got a 3 wide here between Pichu Walker, James Qualls, and Carl Sosnowski. Looks like Pichu Walker might be the benefactor of that. But James Qualls is still on his inside, but Pichu Walker will clear him and block him whenever this corner. Take you back up to the front. Oh, we got a battle for first. Henry Sanford gonna try to pass Fritz Lukather. Actually, hold that for a second. Austin Talley's your race leader. He took it away from Fritz Lukather, and he's pulling out ahead. Austin Talley, just their team has been phenomenal in these first 12 races of the season, and they have been just dominating the point standing. And I do believe we have pit stops, and you got to be careful around here. Austin Talley coming in, your points leader and your race leader. A lot of cars coming in today. Oh, James Qualls almost got turned, and Aaron Mason. And James Qualls runs through the dirt and slides on the pit road. Will the INORL take action against that? Will he be penalized? Same with Aaron Mason. Will he be penalized? That was a close one. That could have been a lot dangerous, especially on pit road, where there's 7 men to 8 men. Depending, that jump over that wall to change tires, that put their lives on the line, same as the drivers. These drivers pulling the pit road. Charles Jackson and Tristan Trivett stay out. Will they come in this time? Yes, they will. Charles Jackson pressing the clutch. Same with Tristan Trivet, now jamming on the brakes. I'm going to make a clean slide on the pit road. And I believe your leader could actually... Oh, wait a minute. Tyson Broad has heavy damage. He's going to rear... Oops, the wrong one. Yeah, I'm just failing with the cameras here. Yes, he does have damage. Let's see how... Oh, and he almost runs into Tristan Trivet, who's leading. If we get a cautioner at the end of the race, if I remember, I'll show you what happened to Tyson Broad. But he has heavy damage. And I believe your leader might be David Rochester. No, it actually might be Henry Sanford. No, Henry Sanford's running 40th. Something definitely went wrong in that pit stops. He's running first coming in, and he's running second coming in. And he's 40th coming out. Maybe he missed a lug nut and took another second to put it back on. It's amazing how quickly things can change in pit road. And this could mean his day is done. Or could he win on fuel strategy? You never know. And Austin Talley, I believe, will be your race leader with Gene Sanford second and Wilhelm Schultz third. Yep, Austin Talley will take first. Can Gene Sanford catch him now? Let's take it on board with Gene Sanford. It looks like Gene Sanford might be a bit faster, or it's just a draft effect. But it looks like she is looking faster than Austin Talley. But it's really a two-car battle for now, until the rest of this field can maybe use a draft wake to catch up. Actually, speaking of the fastest car on the track is Tony Blazer, and he is running 21st. He has a ways to go. Number 3 tracker, Bass Pro Shop Tracker Boats Chevrolet. Let's check in on William Duncan, who's working his way up through the field here. A good comeback by him so far. He works up to 14th, almost inside the top 10. And I bet Austin Talley's crew chief is saying William Duncan is on the move. I bet it won't be long before Austin Talley has a rearview mirror full of William Duncan. Looks like Gene Sanford fell off the back bumper of Austin Talley a bit. Will she try to make a move anytime soon now? Pit stops are going to very much spread this race out. It could get boring, it could not. You just have to wait to find out. Sometimes Atlanta is exciting, sometimes it ain't. No control over it. Checking on the back of the field. Henry Sanford, he's just way off the pace. Just maybe something broke under the car, or definitely something went wrong in that pit stop. Aaron Mason, remember, he had to go sliding through the grass. I think he had to come back down pit road. Yep, him and James Qualls, they had to come back down pit road. They were penalized by the INORL for sliding through the grass and coming back on the pit road. It was not a safe doing, by the way. Sam Young not having a great day, nor Nicholas Guerrera. Fritz Lukather, he was third, I believe, coming in the pit road on that last pit stop cycle, and now he's running back in 37th. Bad pit stop for him also, where he was involved in something. There you see Tyson Brawl with that heavy damage. Try to see what happened to him sometime. But he has some heavy rear end damage. That can kill his fuel mileage. 3 wide here. Charles Sanford running back here. And he's not having a good day. He's the next Sanford that's having a bad day. Can Gene Sanford hold the Sanford family up today? Dylan Young, Seth Cole, and Brandon Bain battling here for around 26th or 25th. Seth Cole looks like he's going to win that battle, but he still has Brandon Bain on his tail. And Dylan Young is starting to come on the outside here. Who's going to hit the lap before them? And that would be Seth Cole taking 25th. Jake Rogers, one of your rookies here, running 23rd. He's doing pretty good for a rookie into the INORL Lowe's Nationwide Series. At number 54 Monster Energy, Toyota Camry taking over for Connor Breton. Christopher Harley, your Martinsville winner, running 22nd. He's working his way up through the field. Here you see William Duncan once again battling for 12th over Brendan Patterson, one of his good time friends. And it looks like William Duncan might have the inside line edge over Brendan Patterson, but maybe not off this corner. Take you back up to the front here. It looks like Gene Sanford did fall off Austin Talley a lot more. It looks like Austin Talley is faster. Actually, these two are not even near the fastest on the track, speaking of it. Austin Talley, for his fastest lap, he is running, let's see here. I actually can't find his car, or I either went blind. He's 23rd. Austin Talley's running 23rd, and Gene Sanford 22nd, so these two are about midfield cars, and you could tell because David Rochester's catching them fast and easily. Looks like they wasted a little bit too much of their tires. Oh, actually, Austin Talley coming in the pit, next pit stop cycle. Who will join him? He's coming in the pit here. Look, maybe it might be on schedule. No, it is definitely scheduled now. We just got confirmation. Kevin Ulrich, Brandon Bain, Seth Cole coming in. Same with Nicholas Guerrera and maybe Henry Sanford. Yes, Henry Sanford going to join them also. Gene Sanford leading now. Will she come in the pit? Yes, she will. David Rochester staying out though. Gene Sanford coming in. Brody Talley, Willem Schultz, Joseph Bryant, Brendan Patterson, Jordan Ippolito, Hayden Klein, Ben Paul, Christopher Harley, Jake Rogers, Jaden Gary-Lurd, Luke Walker, Jerry Guerrero, John Wilson, Derek J. Ward, Fritz Lucader, Aaron Mason, Sam Young, Dylan Young. Oh, gotta be, whoa, close battle between JT Teal and Charles Jackson. Will they have room to pull in the pit road though? No, they won't. Charles Jackson gonna assume the lead. But JT Teal staying out also. David Rochester came in for a pit stop. Let's watch this battle until these two come in. Oh, gotta be careful. Brandon Bain, he's coming up on the track. Looked like he was about to block them. Oh, and he blocks JT Teal. No, never mind. Actually, let me rephrase that. JT Teal almost ran himself into the back. Here comes Charles Jackson and JT Teal in. No one else staying out. Actually, Nicholas Guerrero might be. Is he? No, he's not. I believe your leader will be Austin Talley once again. He was way out ahead. Or did he have a bad pit stop? Let's see what happened, or where everybody is after this pit stop cycle. Actually, Gene Sanford came out in front of him, and Gene Sanford will probably end up with the lead here. And the laps are winding down as you see lap 31 out of 49. David Rochester out in front of them. He's coming out. Anybody else in front of them? Nope. This is the battle for the lead right here. Can David Rochester stay out in front? No, he can't. Gene Sanford going to be the benefactor out of that pit stop cycle and will take the lead. Will she get win number 2 for the number 79 Ford Mustang? Maybe if she does, she could pick up a better sponsor and make more money for that team and possibly get better parts. If you're looking at it in the long run. JT Teal coming out though, he could be the leader if he can hold out long enough. No, he won't. And Gene Sanford is still going to be the benefactor out of that pit stop cycle. Let's take an onboard with Gene Sanford. Actually, a rear shot. Checking on your points leader once again. Austin Talley is still running third. He's been in, I believe, like the top 5 most of the day. Checking on William Duncan here to see where he's at. William Duncan running around 14th and 15th. He's battling for 14th against Jordan Ippolito. And William Duncan, he's working his way up. he's starting to salvage this race. He still has enough time that he could get up to the front. Maybe if he has a really good pit stop, because I believe we will have one more pit stop before the end of this race. If he can get another good pit stop, he could possibly come out in a top 10 position. 3-wide battle for here around 6. Joseph Bryant, Brody Talley, and Charles Jackson. Joseph Bryant looks like he will win that one, and yes, he will. Wilhelm Schultz, we haven't talked about him much today. He just kind of came out of nowhere, and he's into the top 5. He could possibly get a win here. And it looks like the front 4 have kind of spread out a bit. Gene Sanford still leading. Austin Talley able to take 2nd. David Rochester 3rd. David Rochester, he has longed for a win. He wants one so badly. He has really worked hard to try to get a win. Could this be the night where he could get his first career win in the INORL? He's doing good in the Cup Series. Got a 2nd place finish at the Daytona 500. Now, he has gotten a lot of 2nd place finishes, but could this be the night where he gets a 1st place finish? How about JT Teal? We haven't talked about him much tonight, once again. He just kind of came out of nowhere like Wilhelm Schultz and just ended up in the top 5, and now he's battling for a win. And actually, speaking of it, Wilhelm Schultz and Joseph Bryant worked together in a 2-car tandem that somehow worked and got them up to this front 4-car pack. But Gene Sanford is once again still out in front leading. This Georgia 500 here at Atlanta. Georgia 300, sorry, my bad. This Georgia 300 has been phenomenal here at Atlanta. Great racing, good action, some nice pit stops, close to wrecks, but no wrecks yet. Except for Tyson Broad, that might have been a wreck, or he just got rammed in the back of trying to get on pit road. Let's check again. Henry Sanford, his day has just gone down the drain, up there battling, and his day is done. He could possibly get lapped here soon. Look, he got right through it. Now Sanford, his sister, coming to lap him. He just hit the start-finish line. Gene Sanford just comes out of turn 4. That ain't far. But here comes David Rochester going for the race lead with the help of JT Teal. Will this be the time where David Rochester gets the lead? Yes, he will. He's holding up on that inside line with JT Teal helping him. And he will assume the lead, and he will try to run away with it. And joining this pack here is Brody Talley, Charles Jackson, Jimmy McMurray. Jimmy McMurray, your Las Vegas winner, he's joining in. Could he get his 2nd win of the season? William Duncan is the only one so far who has done that. Could anybody else join him? William Duncan still running 15th, like I said. He's really trying to get into the top 10, but he's still having trouble. And especially since Austin Talley's running 3rd, that is not helping. Gene Sanford battling for 4th now, and we do have a battle for the lead. JT Teal going to go for the lead over David Rochester, and he's going to get it. And JT Teal will take the lead. And we got a couple 3-wides back there. This pack has just kind of gotten to a drafting pack, and they got to be careful if they're coming to pit road also. And they're squeezing up. That has to be careful. And man, that just sounded wrong right there. Austin Talley coming to pit road. Same with Kevin Ulrich. This is the last pit stop cycle of the day, so you have to have just a perfect pit stop if you want to win, to have a chance at winning or staying in the top 10 here. JT Teal still holding the lead with David Rochester working on him right there behind his 2nd. And number 14, hefty Toyota. I was going to say Chevy, but I just realized it is a Toyota. Kevin Ulrich coming in. Brendan Patterson, how about him? He worked his way up to 3rd. We haven't seen much of him today, but he's there when you need it. When you need him, he's come close to winning once. He was a replacement driver. And he's a rookie, and he's showing it that he ain't much of a rookie, he's more of a veteran. Jim McMurray up here, Brody Talley. Will JT Teal and David Rochester come in the pit? No, they won't. Will they try to make it on the end on one fuel run? Is that even possible? Can they do it? David Rochester right on JT Teal's tail. Take it on board. Oh, caution is out. Caution lights are on. Oh, Richard Johnson involved. I can get to him. Richard Johnson, heavy damage. Oh, what a heartbreak. Heavy damage for Richard Johnson. Has anybody retired for that? Oh, and that was at the worst possible moment. A lot of drivers are going to be lapped down. And look at this, Austin Talley. He is a lap down, and William Duncan is not. That was just a huge change in plan. And Richard Johnson just about spun out right there. That was a huge change in plans right there. And just William Duncan will probably have the points lead after this race. But let me take you to see what went wrong with Richard Johnson off turn 4 here at Atlanta. We are back. Austin Talley is here with Brian James. Brian James comes down trying to get the pit road. And Austin Talley, this could even got worse for him. He luckily makes a save. And he will keep his points battle up. And Richard Johnson just nowhere to go. And hard into the wall they both go. Does anybody else hit them though? Oh, Kevin Ulrich. Kevin Ulrich gonna slam into Richard Johnson. Brian James trying to squeeze on the pit road. He ain't gonna do it, but he still has to come down. Seth Cole gets by, and all of them get by. Where does Sam Young? Richard Johnson's on the apron. Does Sam Young get by? Yes, he gets by perfectly. Let's take it on board with Richard Johnson. I'll take you back to the green for the final laps. And actually, I think we don't have time for another restart. I'm not sure. But let's see an onboard real quick. And I'll take you back to the green or winner's circle after. It is confirmed that we will not have another restart. Austin Ogo beat JT Teal out of the pits. And Austin Ogo, out of nowhere, he started on the outside pole. He is your Atlanta race winner, with David Rochester coming in second, JT Teal third, and William Duncan, how about that, comes in fourth. A big turnaround of events here at Atlanta, and Austin Ogo will win here at Atlanta in the Georgia 300. And I will take you to your race results. Congrats to Austin Ogo. And we are back. Congrats to Austin Ogo once again. David Rochester will get a nice second place finish. JT Teal third. William Duncan fourth. Jeremy McMurray fifth. Charles Jackson sixth. Kyle Sinowski seventh. Charles Sanford eighth. Sky Commons, what a good day for the rookie, ninth. Mason Wood 10th. And the rest of your finishing results here from Atlanta. And man, Austin Talley leads the most laps, but will come in 20th. And that's just a heartbreaker for Austin Talley. And will be a lap down. 11 cars finish on the lead lap. And I will see you next week at Montreal, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve road course at Montreal. And that ought to be a great race. First road course race of the season. About this track real quick, it will be on a helicopter cam the whole time because the track cameras suck, so a helicopter cam is the only good cam. And I have a feeling that track's going to be a wreck fest. Looks like a hard track to get through, but you'll have to stay tuned to find out next week from Montreal. Your season standings are William Duncan, like I said, takes over the points lead over Austin Talley. And Austin Talley will finish second, is second in points by 26. Nicholas Guerrera third. Now, these two have broken away so much. Nicholas Guerrera is 118 points behind second, and second is 26 points behind first. So these two have a pretty big cushion over third and back. Tony Blazer 4th, Christopher Harley 5th, Gene Sanford 6th, Tristan Trevitt 7th, Jeremy McMurray 8th, John Wilson 9th, and Charles Jackson 10th. And that is your season standing so far. Let's show you the rest. Froze for a second. Yeah, froze. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. And your highest rookie so far for the rookie battle is Brendan Patterson in 36th, way over Tyson Broad by 32 points. So how about Brendan Patterson, the best rookie so far? And I will see you guys next week once again at Montreal for race 13. Please like, comment, and subscribe. NASCAR 48 WB2 Buff signing off.